And so why did Rome see Christianity as such a threat to its power?
Well, that's a great question. Rome saw Christianity as a threat primarily because it challenged the core of the empire's authority. The Roman state required emperor worship as a sign of loyalty, and Christians simply refused to say Caesar as Lord, insisting instead that only Jesus is Lord. To Rome, that was basically an act of political defiance. It meant Christians had an allegiance that went beyond the state, which was a direct challenge to Roman control and unity.
Yeah, and that use of worship to unite an empire, it's not a new concept. It actually goes all the way back. We see it in ancient Babylon.
Right.
We read the story in Daniel chapter 3. Nebuchadnezzar sets up a golden image
Mhm.
and commands all to bow before it. This is a test of loyalty to the king and the empire, sort of creating a sense of unity, even though it's contrived.
Mhm.
So, could you briefly, recap the story for the listeners who might not be familiar with it?
Absolutely. So in Daniel chapter 3, we see King Nebuchadnezzar set up this enormous golden statue on a plain of Dura, and he basically commands everyone to bow down and worship it. When they hear the sound of music, and this was essentially a loyalty test, it was about unifying the empire under one form of worship and showing allegiance to the king. But of course, you have these three Hebrew young men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who refuse to bow. And because their conscience and their faith in God wouldn't allow them to. So it's a powerful example of standing firm when your convictions are under pressure.
Yeah, and these stories of enforced worship, and we see the Hebrews' example of standing for their faith in
Hmm.
the face of death, help us understand the future showdown that's described in Revelation 13, where another power seeks to unite the world under false system of worship.